Okay, we're rolling. What is up? What is up, y'all? It is your girl D, aka the Wellness Plug, and I am here. I'm here. I'm here. It has been a crazy busy month. Just for those of y'all that are checking in, it is July of 2026. It's July, and July is always very busy in House of Death. So here we are on not the last day, but the second to last day of July, checking in and giving you your updates. Hello. Welcome back, everybody. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Welcome to Wellness. I am I guess I'm an aspiring wellness coach at this moment, but this video is a vlog update to kind of let you know where I'm at with that process. So I'm kind of sharing with you in real time how I'm becoming a wellness coach, how it's resonating, how it's going. I'm giving you my tea. And then, just a couple of other life updates because your girl been busy. Your girl has been busy. So yay. Behind me, you can see I have already, because I am a manifester, okay? And if I say I want to do something and I really mean like I'm going to do it, it gets done, honey. So I've already bought my little, oh, look at that, the ring light. I've already bought my little frame for my certificate. And it will be hung in the space that it'll be in the background for when I take clients. That's my hope. So they know that they're working with someone who is certified. Okay. I did some work. I put in some work. I invested. And did, honey. So while we're talking about it, I am on the last modules. So I am taking a quiz this weekend for one module, and then I'm at the literal tail end of coursework. So what that means now is, pass the next two quizzes, yada yada, and then you take this really, really huge test to get the certification. So my plan and my hope and my prayer is that I am a certified wellness coach by mid-August, definitely the end of August, but so that I can start my wellness practice with House of Deaf and be able to offer that as a service from now on. I'm so excited. Tonight is boot camp. Me and my bestie, we did a thing. We did a whole thing. Me and my best friend Chelsea, who is my fitness girly, gym baddie, body beautician, and also aka the treat lady. She makes beautiful desserts and snacks for events, but she also has dabbed into juicing. And so we basically took our skill set and created this event that was like a baby of both of our personalities. And so it's a boot camp series. We called it BADDIE BOOT CAMP. And we wanted to do it for a little bit longer. We wanted to do it for 6 weeks, but schedule-wise, between us has always been atrocious. So we narrowed it down to 3 specific consecutive Thursdays in July, and we basically take an hour of time, and the hour is broken up into sections where I'm teaching and then she's teaching and then I'm teaching, and it's basically a fitness boot camp for women of all ages. And I'm trying because I'm so excited. It's such a vibe, okay? But the gist of it is I do the warm up and some stretching, because y'all know I am hell bent on getting y'all to start stretching. And then she takes over and does 30 minutes of fitness training. So strength training, We've been doing squats. We've been doing lunges. We've been doing some push-ups. Like, we have been working. And so she outlines like her little plan. And then we do the last 15 minutes of dance cardio. Because y'all know I'm not a gym girly and I have to trick myself into working out. So it kind of basically shows the different ways that you can show up for your body and include fitness into your routine by doing these 3 different things. And it's also a well-rounded fitness class where we've built kind of a community. The women come together and they're like, hey girl. It's cute. Not to mention that a lot of my family, and like that's like my real family, my chosen family, and then a couple of Chelsea's people, and then some new faces, like new clientele. It's like a whole mix, and I love it because it's also a mix of age groups. Like, it's so cute. Like, we got 50 plus in the building. We've got my age group. We've got a couple of young women that are a little bit younger than us. And the cute thing is, I'm almost certain. I am very safe to say, I feel like it is safe to say that there are 90% of the women in the room are mothers. And I love camaraderie. I love connection. I love community. I love, especially when it's based around health, fitness, and wellness, like, help us take care of each other because we need it. And I'm so excited. And it's been really, really fun. So today is the last of that series, the last of the 3 classes, and I can't wait to teach it. I made these really cute certificates for everyone that did the whole series, because not only that, so to summarize this whole project as well, because I just realized I just got so excited I didn't finish explaining, but it's 3 fitness classes, and it's also, you get 3 post-workout juices made by Chelsea, and then you get 3 wellness coaching sessions with me in order for me to help build my skill set, practice, and just see what really engaging with real people is like, and how I am as a coach, things that I notice, things that I'm passionate about. Like, it's practice. And so that part of it has been really, really fun for me as well. It's been really cool to get to know certain ladies and have this like set schedule of checking in with them weekly and seeing where they've made modifications, where something worked, where something didn't, and where they actually need help. I was really concerned about like how to deal with resistance, because in a former life, and this is what I love about taking a coaching course, is because I know how to coach dance, but coaching people in this type of way requires a little bit more gentleness and awareness of where the resistance is coming from. And it used to frustrate me. It used to frustrate me when people would resist solutions, because it's like, okay, if one solution doesn't seem feasible, fine. But if we're denying every solution, it feels like when Jesus was asking the man at the water, do you want to get well? Because pick up your mat and walk, honey. I absolutely love that story, because I'm like, not only does Jesus define his authority in that moment, like, bro, I'm the way you get better. It also, like, it's like a reality check of people who, that man laid there for almost 40 years. And I have a thing about the number 40. In church, we talked about 40 being a number of transformation. And I was like, I don't think that's a coincidence that it was almost 40 years that he was laying there. But that man laid there for years waiting on somebody else to pick him up and take him into some magic water. And it's like, did you ever try to solve your own problem? I don't know. I take a lot from that story, and that's going to get me off track. But my point is sometimes people spend so much time fighting solutions that they don't even just try or take the small steps that it would take to get to where they want to be. And sometimes that's really frustrating for me. Um, but as a wellness coach, it is enlightening to kind of decide like, okay, I can see where they have resistance. I can see where they might be hesitant. How can we make this like it's still solution based? And it kind of keeps me from spiraling because it's like, okay, but Deanne, do you really want to help then? If you're going to get frustrated with the way that they, like it's kind of putting it back on me. Do you want to help them get well? Okay, well, how can we actually make baby steps towards this? And not to mention, like with wellness coaching, these are people that are actually asking for my help and seeking my advice. So that is a bigger factor that plays into it too. But it has been really cool to see how these sessions play out. I've been taking notes. I got this really cute, super aesthetic-y little notebook. Hello, from Marshall's. But it's been my like official note-taking book, and every week there's been like an assignment or a step forward, and I kind of meet them at class and give them a look like, you doing all right? You good? Okay, cool. And then after each class, we set up a next session, and it's a cute little 30-minute long. Sometimes we get to be in Chatty Cathy, which has been great because now I'm realizing like your sessions need to be at least 45 minutes, girl. You talk too much. And just because I like the environment to feel like you're chatting with a girlfriend, it's like I'm really comfortable. So that's what we've been doing for the last couple of weeks. And it has been really fun to get back into the swing of a work schedule in a way. Y'all know I'm a stay-at-home mom, and y'all know that routine has been a lifesaver for me the best that I can. There's like this ebb and flow of like, okay, I have a lot of flexibility in my schedule. Let me let that work for me in this way when it comes to my kid. But then there's also this like need for structure in some parts of the day. So taking the steps like block my schedule into morning, afternoon, evening was like a super helpful step. I'm like, okay, I'm working during this part of the day. I'm playing and creating and teaching my son things in this part of the day. I'm doing fitness and homemaking in this part of the day. Like that has been super helpful. And one of the aspects that has been fun to play with is like me having some sort of work schedule now that we're stepping up into our business, now that I'm stepping into an official role of how I want to serve in this business that we're making. Like a lot of the time I've just kind of got it in where I fit it in, but like with stuff like this, I actually need a schedule. So that's been really fun for me too, is, hey, I'm working tonight. See you later. That's been pretty fun. Yeah, so I'm this close to being your real official certified wellness coach, and it has been going very well. I am so excited. I can't even. And I have like all of August planned out too. August will be also incredibly busy. So we get into it. Okay, so y'all are coming with me while I do my chores to make this vlog happen, because the way my life is set up, I was almost too busy to make this video. And I was like, oh, what is it? I don't like it. Okay, so y'all are gonna do my chores with me while I make this video, because hello, mama gotta make it work so she don't gotta worry about it when she gets home from work tonight. Okay. One of the cool things we've been talking about in wellness coaching, which I think is like the bigger takeaway for me is what's really missing when I was talking about like the resistance people have when it comes to making changes in how they take care of themselves or systems that they have around their house or making their lives work for them. Like that resistance is really just needing a shift in perspective. Like it can be as simple as reframing the moment, which is like a huge it's a really good tool to use when you're in the middle of anxiety or in the middle of having like a breakdown or feeling out of control. It's reframing it. And instead of saying like, oh, I'm bad with money, it's I did what I needed to do with what I could at that time, and I have the ability to change how I maneuver with money now. Like it's just like a simple reframe and shift of mentality from helplessness to hopefulness. And so one of the key strategies when we talk about shifting perspective is recognizing wellness as a place of devotion rather than discipline. Because yes, like if you're a gym girly, a fitness girly, if you're into all of this, you know that there's a certain level of discipline required to get what you need or the results that you desire, right? I would probably use Chelsea as an example of discipline because she knew that she had the envisionment of like, I don't even know if that's a word. She envisioned being the sweet physique before she got here. This was 8 years ago. And in that 8 years, she has kept the ultimate goal in mind. I am the sweet physique. I am the sweet physique. One of the ways you're going to recognize me is because you see how hard I work on my body. Okay. And girl be eating healthy. Like, yes, she's a nurse, yada, yada, but she's still a human. And she eats well. She meal preps, not only because it makes her life easier with her work schedule, but because it helps her stay on track with eating how she needs to. And then she works out 3 to 4 times a week. If she doesn't get to work out 3 to 4 times a week, she's having a bad week. It's officially a part of her now. And, you know, we look at someone like Chelsea and say, that is so much discipline. I can't possibly be that strict and do this the way that she's doing it. Waiting for a DoorDash order as we speak. But also so we get into this comparison culture and then we feel like because we're not doing what Chelsea's doing, we are not capable of having a fitness regimen. So when someone suggests, oh, did you ever think about working out? Your mind immediately goes to trying to do it somebody else's way and saying, oh gosh. Your mind immediately tries to go back to what you saw someone else doing and say, I can't possibly do that. And then it's like, you just don't try to figure out a different solution. And for me, wellness started from a place of devotion. Like you'll see in my bio on this channel, I talk about keeping promises to myself, which is the same thing that Chelsea did. She decided that this is what she wanted to do and who she said she wanted to be, and she kept that promise to herself. Now, how you keep your promises to yourself and how she keeps her promises to herself can be totally different. They can be different. And so for me, my promise to myself when I was leaving abuse, leaving behind depression and overstimulation and burnout and feeling unwanted, anxiety, unsafe situations. My promise to myself was one, I am never going to allow myself to feel this way ever again. In the sense that I will not put myself in dangerous situations. Unsafe people will not be in my inner circle. I will not devote myself to situations that are not serving me properly, that are not healthy for me, and that do not reflect the life that I am trying to live. Those are promises that I kept to myself, and I continue to keep them. But oh, baby.
Oh, baby, mommy.
You found me.
Mommy.
You found me. Those are promises that I kept to myself and that I plan to keep in the future. Other promises I plan to keep to myself are after motherhood. Like, I want to be able to hold this boy and not feel winded. I want to be able to bend down and clean up his toys without issue. I want to be able to live motherhood without limits and still be the type of person that I am, like a fit and active person. So I tell myself, I am a fit and active person. I am an active mother. I am a mother who plays with her children. Like, I tell myself these things because that's the type of person that I want to be. And then I keep that promise. So my favorite takeaway from my coursework right now is shifting the perspective from discipline to devotion, where we're not focused on trying to be as hard on ourselves as possible, but more so being devoted enough, loving ourselves enough to want to take care of ourselves in a way that doesn't make us feel burnt out or feel worse about ourselves. The major point being that shifting your perspective can be like the smallest little change action wise. It's the smallest thing, but it's also like gonna have the biggest impact on what you do from there to make things happen. And it will be life changing in ways that you didn't even imagine. So I think that's why it's like the biggest impact, or the most impactful, insightful thing that we have been talking about in my course is changing that perspective and saying like, okay, this isn't something that I have to do. This isn't really something that I have to do. It's something I'm choosing to do to show up for myself in this way. So it becomes a devoted, me showing devotion to myself rather than something that I'm forced to do that I'm not enjoying. And so I like that. I like how reframing can instantly calm the mind down. Because here's the thing about a reframe. A reframe is not necessarily a lie. You know what I mean? It's a different, cuter way of telling yourself the truth. Because it might feel like, I'm coming. It might, your reality in real time might feel overwhelming and might feel like I'm not good with finances or I'm not great at working out. But the other reality is, I know that I want to do this for myself, so I have the opportunity to do better. I have the opportunity to make better decisions or explore other resources, to try different things. And I did my best with what I had at the time. Those are all true statements. So you're not just creating some alternate version of the truth. You're looking at it from a different place, from a place that comes from a place of love for yourself and grace and tenderness rather than harshness, guilt, shame. And that is what I've learned as a wellness coach is the main difference. Is I get to be that voice for other people to look at themselves in that way and say, wait a minute, girl, are you not worth being talked to with love and affection? Because I think so. And maybe that's the appeal. Maybe that's the appeal for me. I don't know. But yeah, I'm very excited about how in alignment everything is with coaching. Okay, so It is now Friday, and it is raining, it is pouring, and I am not snoring, but baseball. Whew. Some days, hold on, I am making coffee. So let me just get my whole life. When I say making coffee, I mean pouring it. But I do the most extravagant, extra iced coffee situation you ever seen in your life. Okay, so I personally believe that, sorry y'all, I let the last iced coffee get a little watery. So there are days that I truly believe were made for being slow. They were made for moving slowly, like not rushing, not feeling like, oh, I need to do this and I need to run while I do it because that's going to get it done faster. It's a lie that we tell ourselves. Today is like the perfect, we had such a busy and chaotic week, and yesterday was just like, hold on. Okay, go potty. Here I come. Here we go. I'll stop the baseball. Hold on. We have to stop our movie to foster this potty training mood that we're in. Sorry. We are working really hard on potty training, so y'all just gonna have to wait. Y'all know I can't without the coffee. And I'm celebrating. Yesterday was like so much, like not in a stressful, overwhelming way, but in a, oh shoot, like it's a busy day. And when you stay at home with your kids, you know that there's like ebbs and flows. There's some days where it's like literally nothing going on, and you can really just kind of flow through the day. And then there's other days where it just seems like everything's happening that day and you just have no time to mess around. And yesterday was one of those days. My husband is in construction. Oh, I heard yay, I poopy. One moment. Successful poop in the potty moment. Toddler mom win. High five. Good job. He's so nosy. So yeah, my husband is in construction, and it was one of those days where it was like, gotta finish this job before we get off. So I'm probably not gonna be able to take the boy. And I literally had to like speed up my whole process. Everything I thought I was gonna do, I had to like make room for taking him over to Chelsea's house. And I was just like, oh. So it was funny. So it was like Thursday was a lot for me as far as like tasks. And then Thursday was a lot for him, like mentally. So we are so looking forward to today where I'm doing like a very slow, vibey clean and reset because there are major parts of the house that July just kind of like, it's not my criteria for clean up in here. That includes the fridge, both the bathrooms, and the kitchen. I just have this routine of disinfection anyway. And it's about time for it. So I started when he goes to sleep or around this afternoon. I'll probably clean the fridge out. Or maybe on the call with Chelsea. I like to do not great tasks when I'm on the phone because they're more likely to get done. Mommy. Yes? Mommy, yeah, I'm on the microphone. So I'm a little upset that I did not get the rain coming down earlier. It was literally coming down so hard. It was literally coming down so hard. And I was like, it's so vibey to just sit and listen to water and nature. We also did a nature walk yesterday at the park. So I think I'm just in a very elemental kind of vibe. But I was like, oh, we should open the windows and listen to the rain instead of turning on like Mike for the 50,000th time. Super loud. Thank you so much. So we're having a very chill, like if you can't tell, the lights are all like off and low. The windows are all the way open. And we're just kind of enjoying the rain today, right? Enjoy the rain. Yeah,
I got me.
It's scary? Not anymore. It did kind of thunderstorm a little bit earlier, didn't it? You got jelly all on your face. You have a jelly face. Yeah, you see it? You got jelly all on your face. Jelly face, yeah. Can you go get me a wipe so I can wipe your face? So on another note, while we are talking about where I'm at with wellness coaching and my certification, another very impactful topic that we are talking about or have already talked about in the course is cycle tracking. And I was already, I'm telling you, like the further I get into my coursework, the more in alignment I feel with the fact that I am meant to be doing this, because I was literally going to start tracking my cycle because I read that there's like these phases you go through. And if you understand the phases, you can hack the system to your life and make things a lot easier for yourself. So you basically plan your month and how you operate. Sorry, this car's going by. Plan your month and how you operate based off of where you are in your cycle. And so, like, I plan to do an entire video about this coming up because it is about that time for me to start over. So it starts with menstruation, which is your period, and then your follicular phase, which is that time between your menstruation and ovulation. So you have this gap between releasing the blood and the lining shedding, and then your egg dropping, right? That time between is called follicular. And then you have your ovulation phase, and then you have your luteal phase, aka PMS, aka Godzilla, okay? And there's just this like hack to, okay, how I do my workouts for the month based on my energy levels, based on the hormonal levels, based on how I'm feeling. So like that rage walking I was talking about, like that hella happens during my luteal phase. Yeah, March, April, and May, I feel like I was extra sensitive, extra hormonal, extra bothered, and I did a lot of rage walking and cleaning. And that was great. It was a great way to channel that energy so that I put it into a good place. But I'm very curious, like, did I drink a lot of coffee during that time? Did the caffeine like spike me a little bit or what? Like I'm trying to like break it down a little bit. But I say all that to say that in the coursework is a whole section about cycle tracking, and it broke down what I was already researching like even further. And I literally have like cracked the code to how I plan my month, and it has been bomb, like great. And even if I don't like break down my entire month, like as I'm going through my month, I go, oh, that's what's happening this week. Okay, so I'm in this phase. I could, maneuver this way. When I execute this step, I'm going to make sure I do this, and this. you know, oh, I'm ovulating, I'm on top of my shit. Like, okay, let me bust out a couple of YouTube videos because I feel good and I look good. So let's do like 3 of them joints. You know, like just really utilizing the flow and listening to my body and going with the rhythm it has instead of trying to go against it and make myself do shit when I don't have the energy to do it. It's cycle tracking is mind blowing. It's mind blowing that we haven't talked about this in health class, and that's probably one of my like core values. Is stuff you should have learned in health class. Okay. Another topic that I plan on covering very soon. I almost want to make it like a series too, because there's so many different spaces you can do, but it's calling curated spaces because your environment matters. That feeling of discombobulation, brain fog, feeling like I want to do this, but I don't actually get it done. Like, I think in my previous routine or in my previous video about personal routines, I talked about creating spaces for what you want to do. Like, if you want to do fitness at home, then make yourself a fitness corner or a fitness room or like an at-home gym. These people building out their garages. I'm sorry, I'm Midwestern. We use our garages for cars because I ain't cleaning off no snow if we don't have to. Okay, we not cleaning off snow if we don't have to. But the importance of creating, and I think people confuse curated spaces for feeling like it has to be aesthetic. I think the aesthetic craze has gotten a little out of hand on the internet. It's not because the purpose is lost. It's not necessarily about creating the most cute or modern looking space or copying what you see on the internet. It's more about making a space that inspires what you're trying to do. So if it's a prayer corner, prayer closet, prayer room, like right now we're in an apartment, so I don't have a specific like meditation room yet. But, you know, with future family planning and how my bedroom operates, the bedroom for me is a place of peace, romance, and relaxation. It's the way we end our day. So I try to promote all of those things, not just for myself, but for my husband as well. And it's also the place where we ended up doing our Bible study, well, like our devotionals each week. So I have this chair over here by his nightstand, and I want to find a way to make this corner work as my personal meditation and spiritual space. Because the other thing is, like, before I got with my husband and we moved into this place, well, even before I moved into my other old apartment, the first apartment I had in this phase of my life, I had this really great scenery. These little baby draws. I had this really great view that I would wake up to. I'd get my coffee and I would go sit and look at it in the morning. And I could like move really slow and do gratitude and pray and set intentions. You see how I'm talking right now? Because that's how it made me feel. It's like breathy and light and happy and just so in tune with God and what my energy can contribute to the day. And you kind of lose that in motherhood, especially when your child wake up with you or before you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The idea behind the curated space is inspiring yourself to feel exactly how you want it to feel in that space. So if it's like a reading nook, it being like really cozy and a comfortable chair or chase or rocking chair or something like that, and maybe a candle. I don't know how you like to read, but a space with like a bookshelf and your books are all organized by color or cover or genre. And then maybe it's a fitness center, maybe it's a juicing station. I don't know, but the point is like to create the space to do the things and like pay homage, to honor. That's the real thing. Like this is my phrase for it. To honor the routines that you feel are most important or that feed your soul the most. So that's what I love about curated spaces. And so that will be a series that we discuss as well, but definitely an episode for sure. That is where I'm at. That is where I'm at. In the comments, I want you to drop me some love, motivation, words of encouragement, wish me luck, because I take my test in 2 weeks. And you'll be updated on how I do there, even if I like vomit. We're not even gonna speak that into existence, but yeah. And let me know questions you have, things that interest you. I don't know. Leave me some comments because I feel like I be talking to myself a little bit. Can we have a conversation, please? All right, no, in real life. I love y'all so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will try to vlog you later.